fastest time to remove 5 Jenga pieces with the tongue. Let's have a look. Oh!
My name is Nicholas Stobrel, and I have the longest tongue in the world. The average tongue length is just over 3 inches, 7.9 centimeters for women, and 8.5 centimeters for men. Mine is 10.1 centimeters, or 3.97 inches. When I first broke the record, I wanted to use my tongue for something, and I saw a video of a man in India painting with his tongue.
I've got a great subject for you to paint.
Oh, good. Okay.
A really classic image.
Okay. Okay.
That I think will look beautiful hanging in this office.
Wonderful.
It's this, me. Would you like paint me like you paint your French gals? You got enough paint?
That's for protection.
Yeah.
Going for protection first. Always protection first. Okay.
Right.
Having a long tongue like mine is very useful socially. It is a good icebreaker. You know, you can bet someone that you have the longest tongue in the world and they'll say no, and then you shake their hand and they go, okay, I got it. So now you can, you know, they'll buy you lunch or something like that. Having a long tongue, I don't think it necessarily helps my sense of taste. Maybe it makes me eat more because I have to feed it. If I get my face dirty while I'm eating, I can just lick the food off right there. It's eco-friendly, no napkins needed. I've thought about breaking a world record with painting with my tongue, so I'm excited to be here in the office to see what I can do with my tongue.
Nick, this is your official Guinness World Records attempt for the most tongue-to-nose touches in 1 minute. And the record to beat is 281. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Go.
That's it. That was amazing.
Wow.
Are you okay?
All right.
The record to beat was 281. You achieved today 246. Now you attempted 2 new Guinness World Records titles
Yes.
today. Nick, this is your official Guinness World Records attempt for the fastest time to remove 5 Jenga pieces with the tongue. The record to beat is 1 minute. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm pleased to say that you did it in 55.526 seconds, so congratulations. Nick, you are
All right,
officially
thank you very much.
amazing. Your official
Wow.
recognition.
I love it.
So yes,
Thank
record
you.
number 2.
I am absolutely honored to use my tongue for more things. Thank you.
Right, well.
I normally paint portraits, like the Mona Lisa, for example. I've done just a giant painting of a beaver. As an artist, I've been very inspired by the works of Andy Warhol and his Campbell's soup can. So I painted my own version of that, which is Tang, the drink. All right, you ready?
Over there. Okay. Right. Steal myself. Right. So look. Oh. Oh, nice. Wow. I mean, it's almost. It's lifelike, isn't it? It's. Thank you.
My life has changed since having the Guinness World Records title for longest tongue. I've been able to go to different countries and see all different kinds of cultures and hang out with good people and have good food. It's very fun, and I looked at the books as a kid, and so to be in them is just an honor. It's huge.
I've been growing my nail for 24 years. I went through something when my daughter passed away in '97. She did, only one who did my nails. She polished them and filed them for me. And when I got up to go make groceries, I woke up and I told my kids, y'all get up and clean up. At the store, my baby daughter called me and told me, Ma, Tisha won't wake up. I said, no, tell her get up and y'all clean up. And she said, no, Ma, she won't wake up. Mom, I think she did. And she was 16. My daughter who found her was 15. She had died of an asthma attack in her sleep. That was the worst day of my life. When I made it home, she was dead. And so, when that happened, she did my nails that night before. We was up all night. So I just couldn't cut my nails off after that. When my kids say, Ma, you need to cut your nails, I tell them, man, you busy. But what it was, they never knew why I was growing them, because I hadn't told nobody. I always kept it to myself until I finally told them why I was growing them. And they was like, why you tell us that?
And when she told us the backstory because of my sister, it kind of changed my feelings towards it, because just as much as she missed my sister, I miss her too. So if that's her way of holding on to her, then I accept it.
This is just a part of me because of my daughter that died. And I always kept her close to me this way.
They definitely are a living memorial, so yeah.
I found myself, I couldn't even come out the house for like 10 years because I was so depressed. But you know, I wouldn't go get help because it's just so much.
Well, growing up, what my mom used to always do, she was a stylist. Everybody loved her. She just used to always do everyone hair and stuff. She used to be a stylist till we moved up here, and then she ended up working. And once my sister passed away, a few years after we moved up here, my mom, after that, just took off with growing her nails and stuff. And she became a stay-at-home mom, so.
People would tell me, you know, you can get in this big record. I said, no. I never strived to be that. I was just growing my nails because of what I went through.
It always just been a thing that everybody always spoken about, and always wanted to just, you know, just encourage her to do it.
A young lady called me and mentioned it to me. I said, no, I'm thinking it was a joke. So when she called me, I thought about it, I hung up. You know, because I thought somebody was trying to be funny. But then she called back and I said, well, you gotta talk to my daughter. And I left it at that. But I really did thought that was a joke.
And Diana Armstrong, congratulations. You are officially amazing.
When we learned today that my mother had the Guinness World Record title, I was in complete shock and emotional. I was happy.
When you had me that black, I thought of my daughter. And then I think about my kids. It's something I never thought that I would do. I thought I couldn't do it, because I didn't want people to judge me. So that's the reason why I never thought about it. But when it happened, it was like so, oh my God. Because it was just an experience that I would never thought I ever experienced, because I was so closed off in my own world.
My mother's nails are 42 feet and 10 inches long.
I haven't been to a nail salon in about 22 years. Because when they see me coming, they be like, oh no.
So who does your nails?
My grandkids.
My family love her nails. They just love her nails. They pay extra attention to her, and they just think she like special.
Well, my grandkids come over and do my nail. One nail took 4 to 5 hours, and I go through about 15 to 20 bottles of nail polish.
It started off with my 2 nieces, and then once I ended up having my daughter, when she got to a certain age, she just kind of joined the crowd because she loved playing the fingernail polish, so it was like right up her alley.
Every 4 or 5 years, I get them done after that. Now these, I won't get them done no more. Last time I painted my nail was this week, and it took 4 days.
Living with my mom, at first it wasn't difficult, but the longer they have gotten within the past few years, it became extremely difficult because now we have to be extra careful, and we always dodging around her so she won't hit us in the face or something, or we won't trip over her nails.
I use my feet if I have to pick up clothes off the floor. I can even use my feet to open the refrigerator. I can use it to open the oven, but I want to use it to cook with them. If I have to pick money off the floor, I can pick up like bills, but if I drop change on the floor, that'll just stay down there. I can pick that up. Yeah, when I go in public, people will stare, or they ask, sometimes they will come up to me and ask, can they take a picture? I didn't used to let nobody take a picture, but now if they ask me, I let them take a picture. But to me, I think my nails are pretty. But to someone else, they might not be, but they is to me.
I don't think my mom would ever trim her nails. I don't think she's gonna ever make that decision to do that, because if she was, she would have been did it.
You know, I don't think I ever cut my nails. If someone come to me and give me $100,000 to cut my nails, I wouldn't cut my nails, because my nails is so much of a part of me. You know what? Every time I look at my nails, I think of my daughter. But I think even if I'm like down, and cause to me, I think she my guardian angel. And I just think of her. And so I think that she'll be proud of me, because she's the last one did my nails. And that's who I think of when I grow my nails, is my daughter.
My family is gonna be extremely happy to know that my mom got the Guinness World Record title for the longest nails on a pair of hands. And I just want to say, Mom, that I love you. Congratulations. 42 feet and 10 inches long, and you well deserve it, and you've been patient for it. So, congratulations.
first noticed I was taller than everyone like in preschool. I was introduced to people and I was like taller than everyone at my preschool. So I was like, huh, something's different. I never really had a single growth spurt where I like grew a lot. I grew about like 4 to 5 inches a year. So I was like consistently getting taller.
I've always been so proud of Macy. She's always taken to her height very well, just always was never one of those kids that scrunched over or leaned over, tried to hide her height. So I'm very proud of her and excited for her to be recognized for her height and for her beauty. So my husband was 6'5" when I met him. My son is now 6'4" and a quarter. And I'm 5'7". So I guess there's some kind of gene in there that gives her that tallness. But everybody's tall except for me.
Being tall in general, like I hit my head on a lot of stuff. Cars are really difficult. Like certain cars I can't even fit into because like my legs are too long for it. And like other cars, I'm just like man spreading just to fit in. If I walk into a regular store, nothing will fit me because they don't really make clothes in my size. So especially for like pants, like leggings and stuff, I have to get them custom made. And then for like t-shirts, I usually buy a size larger because I like the baggy style. So some lady saw my bar craft video and she felt bad for me, so she made me a custom pair of like pajama pajama pants. My sweatshirts and hoodies are all like, I think this one's like an XXL, so that the sleeves are long enough, because if I get them in like a medium, then the sleeves are like too short.
Buying clothes for her is a huge struggle. So if she has an event, it's not like most girls where they can just run out to the store, pick up an outfit and a pair of shoes and be good to go. I mean, it's always like you gotta really plan ahead for anything for her.
I was never bullied for like my legs. I was more bullied because I was taller than everyone, and I guess they didn't know how to process that. So around like sophomore year, I just stopped caring what people thought of me, and once I just stopped caring, I wasn't affected by anything.
It is kind of hard because people tend to always look at her and stare at her. Even at a very young age, when she was 3 and was already quite tall, people wouldn't understand that she was really only 2 and a young 2, and so they'd be like, why is that baby and why is that child in diapers? And they think she was in kindergarten, and I'm like, well, she's 2 years old. So it's always been a challenge, people always thinking that she's much older than she is.
The pros of having long legs is that you don't really fit into the category of like normal. You're kind of like unique. You have something different, and people are like drawn to it almost.
She's gonna realize more and more how the fact that she is taller is gonna benefit her more. It's hard when you're a kid and you don't see that big picture, but as a parent, you see that. And so I just always encourage her to stand tall and be proud of what she has.
I hope that tall women can see that the height is a gift and that you shouldn't be ashamed that you're tall. You should really embrace it.
我的名字叫尤建霞， 我来自中国，我是眼睫毛最长的世界纪录保持者。现在我的眼睫毛已经超过20厘米长了。我是从2015年的时候开始意识到我的眼睫毛慢慢的在好像越来越长，越来越长。我自己也一直在思考我的眼睫毛为什么比别人会长这么长。后来我想到，我可能前几年，在我长眼睫毛之前，我是前几年曾经几次上过山，然后整个大概待了有480多天吧，所以说可能是佛祖赐给我的一个特别的礼物。我专门去请教过医生，我的眼睫毛为什么比别人的会长得长，医生也无法来解释我这件事情，他除了惊叹还是惊叹。应该说，我想从科学的角度也想找一下，是不是有基因啊，或是什么。然后正好我家里人也没有，从古到今好像也没有长这么睫毛的，所以也无法解释这件事情。我的眼睫毛因为它是天然而成的嘛，所以平时在生活中不管洗脸也好，看东西也好，倒是很自然。因为它也会自动脱落，又会再长出来，有时甚至会一不小心扯到的时候它会断掉，但是我感觉都没有关系，因为它会长，所以你看前5年到现在又长了好几公分。我们今天主要是为了把眼睫毛看看有没有比以前的世界纪录长得更长一点，所以就来到了这里。我的眼睫毛呢，应该这么长，我觉得也是佛祖给我特别的礼物。我觉得也有一种使命感嘛，我就想未来，因为我平时也在这个养生啊这方面，我也有很多的新的体会，我也很想把我的这种未来长寿健康的一些方法或是一些心得体会分享给大家，就有这个想法。我是平时出门应该说很简单，因为有天然的长睫毛嘛，也不用画眼影，也不用画眼线，它就有天然世界上最长的把眼睫毛变成眼线了。然后今天是有朋友邀请我去参加一个宴会，很多人呢就说我长着像埃及艳后有天然的最长的眼线，然后我今天就换了一个发型，然后就很简单，就画了一点点这个金色的眼影就可以出门了，其他什么都不用太多刻意的画一个口红就可以上宴会妆了，就变成很简单。所以眼睫毛也不用画那个叫眼睫毛啊，什么都不用画，都反正天然的一些很特殊的东西。我今天出门就说我呢其他都不用画，只要画一个眼影，然后眼影稍微点缀一下，然后拿一个而且是金色的眼影，拿一个棉签，然后把它匀开就可以了，很简单，一点不复杂。好了，埃及艳后的妆容就可以了。把眼睫毛夹一夹好，把这个眼睫毛也夹，眼睫毛把它夹到后面去，就变成天然的最长的眼线，所以不用画眼线，也不用画那个任何东西。好了， 已经 OK 了。在我的日常生活当中，我的眼睫毛好像没有给我带来任何的困扰，也没有带来任何的阻挠，反而只对我是反正有很多的喜悦，只有喜悦，没有困扰。因为我的眼睫毛应该说也有一定的关系吧，我本身身体相对来说也还可以。原来呢，我生出来是体质比较弱的，但是随着我经常因为体质弱嘛，所以会进山去修炼，然后也的确是现在身体比以前很好，而且很多人都说我比以前年轻了。哎呀，我应该说有这么长的眼睫毛，除了喜悦还是喜悦。我想对不同美丽特质的人说一声赞叹随喜。
When I was growing up, it was one of those, would I ever get married? Because who would want to marry a dwarf or, fall in love with somebody like myself?
My usual type would be a tall guy. I don't think you can choose who you fall in love with.
There are lots and lots of types of dwarfisms, over 200 types of dwarfism, or conditions, if you like. And I have one of the rarest ones, which is called diastrophic dysplasia. Obviously, being 3'7", it's tricky sometimes, but I can do everything that you can do, just in a different way. Obviously, because we look a little bit different, we're shorter and we have different hands. I have what we call hitchhiker thumbs and, short, stubby fingers, my little chipolatas, as I like to call them. And then I have club feet as well, so my feet are a bit different. So they're probably the most noticeable, apart from my height, differences. I'm really thankful that I have a car as well. I have a specially adapted car. So my pedals are raised in the car, so I can drive the car and drive for miles, which I really enjoy. There's all sorts of things that I can just twiddle up and get on with it, to be honest.
So it took about 8 months for us to go official since our first date. Honestly, I did have fears about how people would react.
Sarah, Chloe's mum, who had a little bit more of a reservation because she was not sure about, this is different, because Chloe'd always dated and been with taller guys. And I think the reservations were more along the lines of, how's my health? What happens if you have a child with dwarfism, etc. So they're all understandable. And now, as we are, 5 years married, 2-year-old, living life, living the dream.
I always knew I wanted a big wedding with lots of people, all my friends and family, and I think Jay was the same. So we got married in the church that my sister got married in, so we kind of carried on the tradition. Yeah, lots of people, a big celebration, exactly what I wanted.
Just having Olivia has taught us so much, and having children just changes your life, doesn't it? And it's brilliant.
I definitely think there's someone out there for everyone, perhaps not who you would imagine. Our love story has taught us and taught others that you can't judge a book by its cover, and just to love the person no matter who they are, really.
There came to a point where I had to say to myself that dwarfism doesn't own me, I own the dwarfism. I just wanted to be the same as everybody else and just live my life in a big way in a little body.
My son was born different. His hands are fingers-like. Doctors call them digits. He has no knees and he has 4 toes on his feet.
Hello, Tade. Hello, Bagnor. How's it going?
Good. Nice to meet you. Finally.
Nice to meet you too.
Hi. How are you?
My name is David Aguilar. I'm 22, and I hold the record for being the first to build a fully functioning prosthetic Lego arm. I was born with Poland syndrome. It's a genetic disease that affects only 1 person out of 20,000. At first, it might feel like it's not useful, but I use it every day on different things like working, doing stuff at the gym, building Lego. And when I was young, I suffered from bullying from some of my classmates. And yeah, I can say it was pretty hard being the different one. 4 years ago, I was laying in my bed and I was kind of bored, so I took a look at my room and I saw this Lego helicopter that was sitting on my desk, and I decided to dismantle it. Every single brick was used to make my first prosthetic out of Lego Technic. It's very simple actually. Once I pull my elbow up, the fingers close because there are some airline headphones that I wanted to reuse and give them another purpose. And the mechanism is as simple as this. I don't need something very fancy working like mechanically, just to move the simpler part of the prosthetic, which is the front. And then right here, as I told before, there's this like mountain that fits into my hand valley, and when I close this little screw, you can see the whole section fits to my arm as tight as possible. And once I start hearing like a click, okay, that means that there's no more room inside and the prosthetic can be stilled and I can move it on my own. The only limitation that I had with my first prosthetic was that I only used 1 Lego set, and this is why I don't have this challenge anymore, because on my computer I design my prosthetics in a digital software called Studio, and after that I can order the bricks and I can build something that I had on my computer a few weeks ago. So these are all my 5 Lego Technic prosthetics. I placed them in order, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see a clear evolution. For example, on the hand, we first went from a grapple to bigger grapples and then to fingers, and then I decided to keep building in fingers. And on the gauntlet, for example, this part right here, where I fit my arm, went from a square to an hexagon and then finally to an octagon. And I thought that this was the most comfortable shape and more Lego friendly, because it's not very stressed on the bricks to make it work in order to fit my arm. It's my 5th iteration of the MK prosthetics. With only 1 click on this button right here, I can move the entire prosthetic.
For you and behind your name.
What's your name?
Bagnor. Han Solo.
Han Solo, that's me.
Inspiration of Han.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very much.
I met Bagnor's mother with an email because she sent us a photograph of Bagnor, and she was telling us that she went to the doctors to ask for a prosthetic. They thought it was very difficult to adapt something that should be functional. They asked for help because maybe in the Lego World universe you can build a prosthetic for anyone, so I decided to give it a try. We were able to reproduce Bagnor's hand with Play-Doh, and then we tried to apply my prosthetic to the hand and it worked perfectly, so I was able to reproduce the dimensions of the hand in my Lego software, and I built what could be the first prototype that can work with Bagnor's hand. Very light. Your mom told me that you can lift pretty much like more than a tennis ball, if I remember correctly. and this prosthetic is lighter than a tennis ball. I wanted to ask you something. Do you think the colors look good for you?
I think they look perfect.
They look perfect. Okay, so you are a fashion guy like me, so does it fit your fashion standards?
Yes.
Okay, so I have one more question for you.
Okay.
Do you want to see the prosthetic?
Yes!
I can hear you!
Yes!
Okay! Okay, Begner, this is the MK Begner.
Thank you.
Let's see if it fits you.
Okay.
I thought about using your right arm,
Right arm.
yeah, and your left foot.
Left foot.
Just see if it works. Can you try? Oh, it works! It works! Yay!
Wait.
Give me 5. Well, give me 2.
Wait. What? Can I pick this up? Oh.
Try again.
Oh.
This is super cool. It works. Yay! Try and pick something smaller.
Okay. We'll get this thing. Oh.
Yeah!
Woo! It works perfectly.
Yeah, and you know why? Because with Lego everything is possible.
Begner is pretty much almost independent because he can do anything. He built some Legos in front of me with his feet, and now that he has a functional prosthetic arm, he will be able to make more things.
So I just pull this ring, and then once I get like a good grip, I let it go and it closes and I get it.
Yay!
And I'll smash you.
No!
The first and most important thing is self-esteem. When Begner goes to school, he's comparing himself to other kids, and he gets disappointed when he can't grab something. With prosthetic, he will get more functionality. Plus, for himself, it's, the Lego prosthetic looks cool.
I'm helping someone through Lego, through my knowledge about prosthetics, and through my knowledge about Lego prosthetics. And I feel like that's a huge thing, and I want to keep doing it for life. Fist bump! Yeah!
My name is Rumi Sagagi, and I am Guinness World Records title holder for the tallest living woman and the previous holder of the tallest living female teenager. My height is caused by my extremely rare syndrome, which is called Weaver syndrome. Weaver syndrome is a random genetic mutation. It is so rare, and I am the first case diagnosed in Turkey. I am the only person in my family who is that tall.
Teyzem olgun, derslerini çalışan düzgün bir insandır ama benimle oyun oynadığı zamanlar çocuk ruhlu birine dönüşebiliyor.
My family and people around me are very supportive, and they are so excited and so happy, and of course so proud of me for having this new title. Some of the most difficult things about being so tall are especially the health problems that my syndrome and my height have brought me. So I was born with some serious physical diseases, such as scoliosis, and also I'm a physically disabled person who is mostly wheelchair bound, and I can walk only with my walker. Besides these, sometimes I can find myself in weird situations related to my height and condition. Plus, when I was really young, I had to deal with bullying as well. Some of the advantages of being so tall are, first of all, of course, being a Guinness World Record holder. I received my first record title in 2014, and since then I'm using my title for advocacy reasons, and that's what I'm really grateful for. Also, being the only woman with that kind of height makes me feel really special. I usually receive kind and supportive comments from people when I meet them for the first time, and some of them are nice enough to ask for taking pictures together. However, sometimes I can receive weird stares and questions from people as well. But I believe that is pretty normal because my height and condition makes people intrigued. To relax, I prefer to have a Netflix and chill night, especially with my mother. Going to a night out, going to a lovely meal with my family. And also, swimming helps me so much to relax. I never met Sultan Kasan, but if I had the opportunity, of course I would like to. My and Mr. Kasan's diagnoses are totally different. My height is caused by my rare genetic syndrome, which is Weaver syndrome, and as far as I know, Mr. Kasan's height is caused by a brain tumor, which was pressure and breast hypothalamus.
Dear Rumeysa, in 2014, I had the privilege to honor you with the Guinness World Records title for the tallest living teenager. At that time, you measured 213.6 centimeters. Today, in 2021, you achieved another milestone as the tallest living woman with a height of 215.16 centimeters. I am very delighted to present your official Guinness World Records certificate. You are officially amazing.
Having a Guinness World Records title makes me feel proud, unique, and motivates me to reach my goals and go further in life. Being different is not that bad. It can make you achieve the things you have never imagined before. I personally believe that someone can turn their disadvantage into an advantage for themselves. Accept yourself as who you are and be aware of your potential and do your best.
I study the best guys in the world and I compete against the best guys in the world. And now I'm gonna beat the best guys in the world, and that's just how I see it. I had posted a video on my Instagram and I was running real fast. Like I did about 25 yards in only like 3-4 seconds. And they were just like, wow. And they were like, we think you could set a record. And I was like, sure, if you want me to try it. Guinness World Records is there, everybody's there. Former Olympians, former world record holders are all there supporting me, hyping me up, getting me going, and then I just took off, man. And the crazy thing was, my first one was actually faster than my second one. I was moving so fast and then I slid into it and ducked under the sensor. So I had to go do it again. I was expecting, I was like, y'all don't understand, like I'm gonna be under 5 seconds, maybe even under 4, and I called it. The first thing I said, the second I was done, I looked at all of it, I said, I told you. What I said? I said, I told you exactly what I was about to do, and I just did it. To be a Guinness World Record title holder, I'm #1. You know, there's nobody faster than me right now. I'm the fastest man on their hands in the world, but at the same time, it also means that my family's winning, my town's winning, and my support group's winning, because without them, I wouldn't be here doing this for you guys. So I was born with caudal regression syndrome. It's a very rare disease. I always work with what I got because I don't really have any other cards that are dealt to me. A lot of people say foster mother. I'm not a big fan of that because she is my mother. The foster care system reached out to my mom, said that we've exhausted all our options and that could you take in this boy? And then, man, about 7 months later, the conversation came up about me being adopted, and a week after that, I was just like, yeah, this is it, this is what I want. And 5 years later, and it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna be weak anymore, and then I just put in the work as much as I could every day. I was going to 2 or 3 wrestling practices a day for 7 days a week. Man, by the time my senior year of high school came around, I became one of the best guys in the state, and then soon after that, I became one of the best guys in the country. I'm really willing to put it all on the line to achieve my top goal of being the best wrestler, being the best track athlete. It's usually not the first choice for most people, given it's the world's most dangerous and oldest sport. And I just thought it looked fun. Everybody just accepted me in as one of them. They didn't look at me as I was different. They went hard against me just like I wanted them to. And the wrestling world really is like a close family worldwide, and that's what I loved about it. I pushed myself to my absolute limit, because by the time I am an Olympian and I'm a world champion wrestler, I'm gonna be shattering glass ceiling repeatedly. My future, I see myself being a multiple-time Olympic champion, and I just see myself being that all-around champ. I wanna win more medals than Michael Phelps, dude. I wanna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy, because why not? I know people that have disabilities the same as mine, that have disabilities that are more severe than mine, and I see them becoming high-level athletes every day. It's all about how much heart you got and how much work you're willing to put in. I'll tell that to any kid with disabilities. I'll tell that to a kid that doesn't have a disability. My message stays the same. I just kind of, just whatever rolls off the tongue, rolls off the tongue.
जब मैं पैदा हुआ था तब मेरे हाथ पैर बहुत छोटे थे और डॉक्टर ने ये कहा था कि आप कुछ काम नहीं कर पाओगे, चल नहीं पाओगे। अगर किधर जाना होगा तो आपको किसी के सहारा लेके जाना होगा और आप एक जगह से दूसरी जगह उठ भी नहीं पाओगे, आप अपना हाथ भी नहीं हिला पाओगे। ये सब चीज़ें डॉक्टर ने मेरे पेरेंट्स को बोली थी। मेरे मामा को देख के मैंने वर्कआउट स्टार्ट किया और मैं वर्कआउट करता गया और मेरे को बहुत से फ्रेंड्स और जो बहुत से गांव में के लोग वगैरह ये बोल रहे थे कि आप कुछ कर नहीं पाओगे, आप कुछ कर नहीं सकते। तो मैंने मन में एक जिद ठान ली कि मेरे को दुनिया को कुछ करके दिखाना है और ये चीज़ मन में ठान के मैंने वर्कआउट में और इंटरेस्ट दिखाया और बॉडी बिल्डिंग में मैंने वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बनाने का ठान लिया। जब मैंने बॉडी बिल्डिंग को स्टार्ट किया था तो फैमिली को ये नई चीज़ लग रही थी, बॉडी बिल्डिंग के बारे में कुछ भी पता नहीं था। तब मेरी फैमिली जो है, मैंने जब बॉडी बिल्डिंग स्टार्ट किया था तब मेरी फैमिली मेरे को विरोध कर रही थी, मना कर रही थी बॉडी बिल्डिंग करने के लिए। लेकिन जैसे मैं बॉडी बिल्डिंग में आगे बढ़ता गया, अभी मेरी फैमिली मेरे को सपोर्ट करती है। मैं मॉर्निंग में 30 मिनट रनिंग करता हूँ, इवनिंग में 2 घंटा वर्कआउट करता हूँ। वर्कआउट में मेरे अलग अलग बॉडी पार्ट रहते हैं, जैसे कि एक दिन में चेस्ट और ट्राइसेप, दूसरे दिन में बाइसेप्स और बैक, तीसरे दिन शोल्डर। इस तरह से मेरा अलग दिन का वर्कआउट होता है और मैं हफ्ते में 2 बार कार्डियो करता हूँ 30 मिनट के लिए। ये मेरा दिन का रूटीन है। जब मैं कंपटीशन के लिए जाता हूँ तो वहाँ पे और भी दूसरे बॉडी बिल्डर रहते हैं और वो मेरे को देख के शॉक हो जाते हैं। उनको यकीन नहीं होता कि मेरे हाइट इतनी कम होने पर भी मैं बॉडी बिल्डिंग कर रहा हूँ। मैंने बहुत से कंपटीशन में हिस्सा लिया है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट, स्टेट, नेशनल, और टोटल मिला के 42 से भी ज़्यादा बॉडी बिल्डिंग कंपटीशन में मैंने हिस्सा लिया हुआ है और मेरा सपना है कि मैं मिस्टर वर्ल्ड बॉडी बिल्डिंग कंपटीशन खेलूँ। ये मैसेज मैं उन लोगों को देना चाहता हूँ जिनकी हाइट कम है और जो लोग मेरे जैसे हैं। भले ही हमारे हाइट कम हो लेकिन हमारे ख्वाब बड़े होने चाहिए। दुनिया में ऐसी कौन सी भी चीज़ नहीं है जो इम्पॉसिबल है। अगर हम अच्छे से मेहनत करते हैं तो इम्पॉसिबल को पॉसिबल बना सकते हैं। मेरा एक ख्वाब था कि मेरा गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड में नाम आ जाए और वर्ल्ड शॉर्टेज कॉम्पिटिटिव बॉडी बिल्डर ये रिकॉर्ड मेरे नाम बन जाए। और ये रिकॉर्ड पाने के लिए मैंने बहुत सालों तक इंतज़ार किया है और बहुत मेहनत की है और एक ख्वाब पूरा हो गया। मैं बहुत खुश हूँ।
I mean, I like to think, maybe I could be wrong, but like I look semi-normal, like, you know, as I'm walking down the street. It's not until I go, some of my friends were like, what? I had no idea it was that big. I've definitely always known I've had a big mouth. Let's go. Obviously, since basically I could look in the mirror, I've known that my mouth was extremely large. And of course I was made fun of too. I always talk a lot about how I was bullied growing up, called big mouth bass girl, because I look like a big mouth bass. Now, you know, 31 years later, being 31 and being able to do something that really was something I was so insecure about and something that I wanted to keep so small, and now it's like one of the biggest, best things about me. Fun fact, I can also eat 2 cheeseburgers at once. Let's go. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to get on TikTok. Am I too old to do this? And I'm like, well, because it's like the one thing that I have right now that I can do to keep me busy and keep me creative. But I was doing some singing, some of my comedy stuff. And I did one comedy video where I like, you know, did this crazy face.
You know, I do sometimes, but I've learned to just let my mouth shine in the sun.
And the children of TikTok were like, what happened to your face? And of course I'm like, I know I have a big mouth, but like I didn't think that it was like that big. But it was like the children of America of TikTok that were really like, no, your mouth is like scarily big. It's like, awesome. Of course there were requests where people were like, if you have a big mouth, how do you eat? And that was like the infamous donut video. So I'm like almost at 1.7 million followers on TikTok. My mouth has like set me apart like of the other millions of comedians and singers and all these other creators. I never thought this, you know, it would be possible to like be this famous off my mouth, but it's incredible. It's really, really cool. So James is gonna help me find which of these objects I can fit in my mouth. You ready, James? No, I'm gonna do it. All right, you just apple. Okay, orange. Let's go. Oh. This is gonna be tough. All right. That's tough. Let's go to Pop-Tarts. Am I down? I'm gonna try this again. Oh. Got to the cookie. This is a big cookie. Uh-huh. Pretty good. I'm a little thirsty. Pass me the wine glass. Thank you. All right. Ramen. Delicious treat. This is a high. Oh. There you go. Ball of yarn. Ready? No, not fitting.
Today, I am attempting the Guinness World Record title for largest mouth gape for a female. That's a mouthful.
I mean, for me, getting the Guinness World Records title, it's finally almost being able to show, you know, some of the bullies or people who have doubted me or tormented that like, hey, I have a big mouth, but at least I have the biggest one in the world for a female. And it's just, it's amazing. It's really cool to be known for something that is something so unique and, you know, different about me.
That's a white girl.
So if I had advice for anyone who had a large body part or had something really unique, they wanted to go for the Guinness World Records title, I would say do it proud. And, you know, it's like, you know, I would say make it your biggest asset. Like, make it it's your superpower. It's the thing that makes you unique and special and different than everyone else walking. There's too many people that are too similar, and I think everyone should be celebrating what makes them different and what makes them unique.
Hello, I'm Jyoti Amge. I'm 24 years old. I am the world's shortest living woman. Welcome to India.
I'm navigating these bustling streets of Nagpur, India in search of one of the world's biggest tiny stars. The amazing Jyoti Amge is just a fraction over 2 foot tall, and she currently holds the Guinness World Records title for the world's shortest living woman. And I can't wait to meet her. Jyoti, hi! So nice to meet you. Hi. Hi. I'm Asha.
I'm Jyoti.
I'm very excited to spend the next couple of days with you. Can you show me around your house?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
ये हमारा kitchen है.
This is the kitchen.
ये हमारा bedroom.
It's nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली रंगीली होली.
Wow, is this your room?
आई है
I love how colourful. Jyoti, how tall are you?
24 inch.
What led you to be this size? What medical condition do you have?
मुझे डॉक्टरों ने जब डॉक्टर का ट्रीटमेंट हुआ तो उन्होंने कहा कि हार्मोन्स की कमी से मेरी हाइट रुक गई है, तो हार्मोन्स बहुत कम है मुझ में, इसलिए मेरी हाइट बढ़ नहीं पा रही है और उसकी वजह से मेरी हाइट यहीं पे स्टॉप हो गई है.
What was your first Guinness World Records title?
सबसे फर्स्ट गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड मेरे हाइट के लिए था और वर्ल्ड में सबसे छोटी लड़की के लिए फर्स्ट गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड था मेरे. अब वर्ल्ड में सबसे स्मॉलेस्ट वुमन है और एक नया रिकॉर्ड अभी वर्ल्ड के सबसे छोटे हाथ का है. सबसे अच्छी बात मेरे में ये कि मेरे हाइट के वजह से मैं सारे वर्ल्ड में इतनी ज़्यादा फेमस हो गई हूँ कि मैं बता नहीं सकती हूँ. जहाँ पे कहीं भी जाती हूँ तो कोई मुझे बोलता है स्मॉलेस्ट वुमन है, स्मॉलेस्ट गर्ल है, और गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड की वजह से मैं बहुत ज़्यादा फेमस हो गई हूँ. सबसे ज़्यादा तो गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड के शो में मज़ा आता है क्योंकि बहुत अलग अलग रिकॉर्ड होते हैं और नए नए लोगों से मुझे लगा था कि वर्ल्ड में मैं अकेली हूँ छोटी, लेकिन जब मैं शॉर्टेस्ट मैन से मिली उनको मिल के बहुत अच्छा लगा उनके बारे में जाना. तो मुझे भी लगा कि मेरे साथ में कोई है और भी, और जैसे किसी के नाखून बहुत बड़े हैं, किसी की दाढ़ी है, तो उनको देख के मुझे और भी अच्छा लगा.
The attention Jyoti received would set her on a path to achieving one of her biggest dreams, becoming a Hollywood actress.
How was it to appear in American Horror Story?
उसमें बहुत मज़ा आया और वहाँ के जो एक्ट्रेस थे बहुत अच्छे थे, बहुत मस्ती वाले भी जो, और मैं आगे भी हॉलीवुड में शूट करना चाहती हूँ.
Because of Jyoti's unique size, she has to either buy children's clothing or have garments custom made by her tailor. We're heading there now to have special clothing made for an upcoming family event.
How do we start? Ooh! Of course, I should have guessed that you wanted pink. This is a bit see-through, isn't it?
And Jyoti has a surprise for me. She wants us to wear matching custom outfits to the party.
We're going to be the belle of the ball.
But it's not all play. Having already completed her undergrad, Jyoti is studying for her master's in English literature.
मेरे लिए कॉलेज में आना बहुत मुश्किल होता है क्योंकि जब मैं आती हूँ तो सारे स्टूडेंट भी मेरे साथ मतलब बहुत सब जमा हो जाते हैं और मेरी क्लासरूम भी बहुत ऊपर है, तो वैसे तो मैं दीदी के साथ में आती हूँ कॉलेज में, तो मुझे हेल्प करते हैं, वैसे मुझे सब हेल्प करते हैं।
Determined to further her career in film and television, Jyoti has begun classes in the school's acting and media program.
The audience is look at your eyes, and the moon is in your eyes. The moon is beautiful.
The moon is beautiful.
Very nice. And the night is cool.
And the night is cool.
You're feeling the cold? That's all.
मुझे एक्टिंग बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है, मैं एक्टिंग के लिए पागल हूँ और मैं सारा अपना करियर एक्टिंग में ही बनाना चाहती हूँ और एक्टिंग के लिए मैं कुछ भी कर सकती हूँ।
And there's no doubt Jyoti is already used to being a celebrity. Pure joy, fascination and people follow Jyoti wherever she goes. That was crazy! Is it always like that when you come here? I mean, I'm 5'9", and there were so many people, even I found it a little bit overwhelming. Do you not get scared at all?
जब मैं यहाँ हमेशा आती हूँ एंजॉय करने के लिए फ्रेंड्स और फैमिली के साथ, तो हमेशा ऐसे ही होता है, जब भी मैं आती हूँ तो सारे लोग अपना एंजॉय छोड़ के मेरे साथ लग जाते हैं, सब मस्ती करते हैं और सबसे ज़्यादा तो फोटोज़ के लिए परेशानी हो जाती है और पर थोड़ा बहुत मेरा एंजॉय रह जाता है मज़ा आता है।
At home, Jyoti relies on her family for almost everything, and I wonder how that has affected them.
माता-पिता होने के माता-पिता होने की वजह से उसकी हमें ये बात से भी चिंता है कि ज़िंदगी भर उसको संभालना है और उसे कोई ना कोई हमारे घर का ही सहारा चाहिए। हाँ, अभी तो उम्मीद कुछ भी नहीं है उससे, सब कुछ पूरा कर दी उसने।
Jyoti has become quite famous around the world. How do you like all the attention?
और हमसे ज़्यादा उसको खुशी हुई क्योंकि लोग दुनिया जो जब वो नहीं थी किसी नाम का उसका कुछ, तो उस वक्त क्या है कि लोग उसे चिढ़ाते थे, है ना, कोई कुछ बोलना कोई कुछ बोलना, उससे तकलीफ होती थी, उसके वजह वो नाराज होती थी। खुश है और उसके साथ हम भी बहुत खुश हैं।
For Jyoti and her family, Hinduism has been an important part of her journey and a daily source of strength.
मेरे लिए पूजा और मैं भगवान को बहुत मानती हूँ और हमारे घर पे छोटा मंदिर भी है और मेरे लाइफ के लिए हमारे सबके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है भगवान, तो हमारी ज़िंदगी के लिए भगवान ज़रूरी है। जब हम अकेले मतलब जब किसी बात से बहुत ज़्यादा सैड हो जाते हैं या अकेलापन में शांति से रहना चाहते हैं तो हम मंदिर में जाके थोड़ा शांति से बैठ सकते हैं और थोड़ी वहाँ जाके थोड़ी शांति मिलती है, तो मेरे लिए तो बहुत ज़रूरी है और मैं हमेशा प्रे करती हूँ, जब भी कुछ नया काम करती हूँ तो वही से शुरुआत करती हूँ।
Do you feel that you were born this way for a reason?
मुझे तो नहीं पता, लेकिन बहुत से लोग ऐसे हैं कि जो मुझे भगवान का रूप समझते हैं, पर मैं अपने आप को कभी ऐसा नहीं सोचती और ना मैं समझती हूँ कि मैं भगवान हूँ, और जिन्हें सबकी सोच अलग अलग होती है, लेकिन यहाँ कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं जो मुझे भगवान समझते हैं, मतलब भगवान मानते हैं, जैसे कन्या, तो वो लोग मेरे पैर छूते हैं, तो शायद भगवान ने मुझे इसीलिए बनाया है छोटी सी, तो लेकिन मैं अपने आप को ऐसा नहीं समझती कि मैं भगवान हूँ और मैं कभी सोचती भी नहीं।
It's the evening of the family party. Jyoti and I are taking a moment to do our makeup before putting on our custom-made dresses that have just arrived. It's moments like this and I'm able to see Jyoti not as a global celebrity, but as a typical 24-year-old who loves makeup, dresses and going out with friends.
Looking good. Beautiful.
उसकी पकड़ी कलाई और डालूंगी तुझे आज जो तूने उसकी पकड़ी कलाई तो हिट कर दूंगी बर्बाद.
For some, Jyoti's size could be seen as a disability, but she's managed to turn it into a lifetime of opportunity, and she's clearly just getting started.
मैंने तो अपना जो सपना था पूरा किया और मैंने अपने आप को कभी भी कमज़ोर नहीं समझा अपने लाइफ में. वैसे ही आप लोग भी अपने आप को कमज़ोर ना समझें, हमेशा आगे बढ़ें और अपना जो भी कुछ है आगे बढ़ के अपनी हिम्मत से अपना सपना पूरा करें और अपने आप को कभी भी कमज़ोर ना समझें. हर कोई इंसान अपनी लाइफ जी सकता है.
It's hard not to feel inspired after meeting Jyoti. Her seemingly endless spirit is contagious. Jyoti may only be 2 foot tall, but she's certainly learned to live life as one very big adventure.
It's amazing. Achieving the Guinness World Record, finally that uniqueness that we were born with. Perhaps our story will inspire others.
My eyes change colour, they go red, they go blue, they go purple or they go pink. So those are the 4 colours.
I'm Nazim Akhtar and this is my family. This is Rafi, the youngest and the cheekiest one. This is Masarat, the organised one. This is Muqaddas and she's a perfectionist. This is Haidar and he is the peacemaker. And this is Ghulam, the funny one. So that is my family. I wonder what they think of me.
She's the clever one.
Over time, I have now become to like my condition because it makes me very unique. Being Asian, but being white, it gives me a unique outlook on life. It gives me a very unbiased opinion of society and humanity. So over time, through developing, I like who I am, the human being that I became.
My name is Mohammed Rafi. My mom and dad have the albinism condition.
It is a condition that both parents have to carry the gene for it to present itself in the offspring.
They had 6 children with albinism. The 3rd generation of our family, my son, my niece and nephew do not have the condition. And today we're here to celebrate our Guinness World Record.
Albinism affects the eyes, the skin and the colour in your hair. It's a lack of pigment which you are born without. There's a gene that goes faulty and hence you have the condition.
The main thing I like about having albinism is you get noticed a lot. You get people like, oh, you got really nice eyes. I like that your eyes change colour, or, you got a unique hair, or you stand out slightly from others.
My name is Mariam and I'm the daughter of Muqaddas. She's light skinned than me and she's fairer and she's pretty. My friends, they do ask questions about my mom and they say that she's very pretty and beautiful and different and they just compliment her.
Growing up from primary school to secondary school and in college, to be honest, when we were quite young, we sort of kept ourselves together, even though we did experience the same part of being bullied or being sworn at.
As siblings, we all supported each other. I was the eldest, very much like the mother figure. For me, I had no role model to follow. So I was the role model for them, and I guess I supported them and they supported me by being the same as me. And we were all a team. When we were together, there was no difference and there wasn't any bullying. And we were all the same, so we didn't feel like we were alone. So one blessing is that our albinism made us closer than other siblings because we all shared something very unique.
As 6 brothers and sisters, we've always stayed close together. You know, we knew, because our eyesight is not as good, you know, we're visually impaired, but we helped each other. We knew if we stayed together, if we stay one unit, you know, no one can like harm us or no one can put us down anyway.
Why people bully for is because they are uneducated, and we try to actually educate them so they don't become arrogant, bullying or being racist remarks and stuff like that.
I always believe that one day something good will happen, and maybe being a Guinness World Record holder is a good thing. It is that good thing that perhaps our story will inspire others with disabilities or even able-bodied people who don't have any disabilities to have hope and to believe and to go and get your dream and be amazing, because we are all amazing. It doesn't matter if we have a disability or if we're able-bodied or what we are. Just be you and be proud of you and love you for who you are and just find who you are. And that's what the Guinness World Record has done. It's given us that stamp or that self-esteem that I wanted for my siblings, and perhaps to show the world that even though we had all of this struggle in life, that we can still be amazing.
My name is Michael Emprick. I'm an adjudicator with Guinness World Records in New York City. I'm here in North Miami Beach, Florida today to see if Wildine Onwa is going to be our new shortest female living non-mobile.
My name is Wildine Onwa. I'm 18 years old, and the type of dwarfism I have is Sedan dysplasia, which is a rare type of dwarfism, which basically my height is 2'5" at the moment. Dwarfism is a genetic condition. There actually are about 400 types of dwarfism. So I have the rarest type. The most common type is actually achondroplasia, which is that usually people with achondroplasia would be 3 feet, 4 feet tall. They actually sent me to hospice for 6 months to see if I actually was gonna die, but I actually didn't. So after that, they just gave my mom me and be like, yeah, your daughter's fine, I guess. So my mom's pretty much my best friend, you know, because she helps me with everything. So if it wasn't for her, I don't know what my life would be. And especially that too, like doctor said I wouldn't live past 24 hours, and she accepted it and kept on going. She's a great mom, you know, she never gave up. You know, my mom doesn't even work actually because of my dwarfism. So she's with me 24/7, which is really grateful. I actually have siblings. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister right now. I did have an older brother, but unfortunately he passed away with sleep apnea, and I actually have sleep apnea. My dad has sleep apnea as well. So I actually have sleep apnea because of my dwarfism too. I don't know, honestly, if it runs in my family, because, you know, my dad had it, my brother had it. So I'm really excited to try to break this record. Hopefully I become the world's shortest female living non-mobile. I think I would be the first Haitian, if I'm not mistaken, for that record as well. I think it would be pretty cool to show my heritage, even though I was born in Miami. But I think it would be cool to have that record, you know. So I'm able to like to sit on the floor, you know, move around. I can't walk now because my legs are like pulled legs. That's a common factor with my type of dwarfism. I will be going to college. I'm going to be studying pharmacy and probably do a minor in graphic design. What inspired me to do that is because there isn't actually a lot of little people, I feel like, who's actually a pharmacist. I've never seen like a little person who's a pharmacist. I've seen little people who are doctors and lawyers and stuff like that, but I want to see if I could be the first little person to become a pharmacist.
You're a new Guinness World Records title holder.
Height is just a number, to be honest. Like, just because I'm a little person doesn't mean I'm different than anyone else, because I'm still human at the end of the day.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Great
so
job.
much.
Okay. You're officially amazing. Great job.
Thank you so much.
I'm Maria Wattel. I'm from the Netherlands. I am the world's tallest professional female bodybuilder. I used to play on the playgrounds like soccer with the boys. I wanted to do something that was extraordinary because that's like the kind of person that I am. I do mostly extraordinary stuff. And then I thought, if I do fitness or weight training next to it, I can be really like invincible. So that's what I started doing. In the beginning, when I was doing competitions, I would sometimes be set aside, and because they would say to me, we don't know, you're too tall, we don't know how to place you within the girls. So I've had competitions where I was literally not judged or judged by the fact that something genetically I cannot help, being tall. Bodybuilding is my daily job because I need it to be able to do my work. I work as a model, and anything they will ask me to do, I need to be in shape because otherwise I don't get the jobs. To be recognized by Guinness World Records was a big surprise, but it's a very good surprise because being tall and female, I have to say that, and having this profession as a bodybuilder is immensely hard and tough. That's like it's a little crown on my work. I'm there. I'm there.
God bless the drag queens. This is the only way that I have high heels that fit me, right? Because I'm a women's size 16, men's size 15. So I would not have these opportunities for cute shoes if it wasn't for the drag queens, right? Hi, I'm Savannah Trapp. I'm the eldest sibling in the world's tallest family, and I'm going to introduce you to my family, the world's tallest family. Tallest family member of World's Tallest Family and the favorite son, Adam Trapp.
Definitely got a pretty significant boost in height between like my 7th and 8th grade summer. I think I grew from like 6'1" to like 7 foot, like around that time.
The shortest sibling in the World's Tallest Family, Molly Speed.
People are always immediately shocked when they see me and my height and look at me and they gasp or, oh, you're so tall. And I always just joke and say, I am. I didn't even know.
Mama Trapp.
I don't really feel that tall because I'm not the tallest in the family. I'm actually the shortest.
Next to that is the world's best dad, Scott Trapp.
So the best thing about being tall is you can always reach the top shelf at the grocery store.
The worst thing about being tall is probably all of the injuries. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I've hit my head on things, like doorways, ceiling fans, hanging lights. I've had so many injuries. I've had stitches in my forehead. Also going downstairs is hard because you're tall. We have large feet, right? And so stairs are made for tiny feet, right? And so I'm going downstairs and I have to actually go downstairs sideways, and half the time I'm tripping over my feet. And the injuries are my least favorite part about being tall.
You know, everybody's got that stereotypical, they come up to me and they're like, how's the weather up there? And I don't actually mind it ever. Like, I really don't. People say all kinds of things, and I usually tune it out most often than not. I had a lot of issues with just growing pains and everything like that for issues for my knees. It was really difficult for like my muscular structure to keep up with my skeletal structure. That was what the doctor said to me quite often, because my bones were growing so long that it just kept stretching out my muscles. If I got hit in like an awkward way or something, my muscles just weren't really able to hold everything in place that they needed to. And that, you know, kind of led me to be more predisposed to getting injuries.
My sister and I really can relate to the struggles in finding cute clothes for tall girls.
The worst thing about being tall is probably trying to find clothes. And clothes?
Pants are tough.
Pants are so hard to find because I always joke that I'm 97% leg. I have a lot of legs, so it's definitely hard to find jeans or different pants that are long enough.
Yes, even though I'm 6'8.5", I still wear heels. And I can even throw it back in 6-inch heels. Like, I can drop it to the ground, I can dance, I can do anything in 6-inch heels.
I teach second grade, so I'm always with little kids who are always looking up to me, and I love making sure that I'm a good example for them, and it's really fun being tall to be able to do that. I would absolutely say that our height has contributed to our achievements and to the way that we were in sports and what we achieved in sports. So my sister played basketball and my brother played basketball. I played basketball in high school, but I was more of a volleyball player. I always joke that God made me tall because he knew I couldn't jump. My vertical is like this.
I mean, that definitely helps, you know, having a longer wingspan, longer reach and everything. You can block a lot of shots, get rebounds, get uncontested shots.
My height gave me that opportunity to have the skill at basketball, and I got my full ride scholarship out there, and I played out there for a while, but I was medically retired due to having too many concussions. And this was one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make, because I had to put my health and safety first, and I had to set aside my love of the game. And for years and years, this was my dream ever since I was, you know, a little girl.
Yeah, I think it's helped my family be closer together, because I think everybody sees what it is like to be tall or how you get treated by the other people for being tall. Or not that it's a bad thing, but you do draw a lot of attention. It was surprising when my kids started growing taller than me. I never thought, especially the girls, I mean, Savannah's taller than me. When they started getting that tall, it was like, whoa, what's going on here?
So was I looking for a taller guy for my husband? Yes, that was important to me, to meet somebody that was taller than me. He was actually sitting down when I met him. I didn't know he was that tall. I feel our family is a closer unit because we are all so tall.
Being a part of the official world record holding family, it's really an honor. It's super cool.
Almost has made all of our tall people's struggles worthwhile at this point.
We're all so much more than tall people. You know, we have so many great assets that make us who we are, and that's what I want people to see. I'm more than just a tall person. So that's been something I try to teach my students.
Doesn't it hurt? That's the question that people ask in every language.
My name is Rolf. I'm from Germany. And I'm 62 years old. I'm the most pierced man in the world, and I'm the man with the most body modification. I think the famous modification of me are my horns. They are very big. Then I have a lot of implants. You can see it here on the arms. Here you can see it much better. 1 and 2 balls. And that's flexible implants. In my finger I have magnets. No inspiration behind it, it's only to do it and to show that you can do it. You see, it's no problem to have it. Yes, sometimes if you come on the wrong part on an iPad, it switches off. Because they also use magnets for switching on and off. I studied computer science and I'm working for the biggest telephone company in Germany. The first modification was a tattoo on my leg. It's not to see, so it's here. The only style is it's all black and gray. I started black and gray and one day I said I will finish it in black and gray. Tattoos should look friendly, so if someone sees it, he will say it looks good, and I think that's the style. I've tattooed eyes. It's not like a normal tattoo. Tattooed eyes, it's only they put the ink in the eye. Sometimes I see something with my eyes. I saw some people who had tattooed eyes, and so I did it one day. If I want something, I did it, and one day I saw I'm the world record holder. It was great to get the record because it's something special and I'm very proud of it. Since I have the record, the people look a little bit different to my body modification because they see me in the book, and so I'm famous, and the people find it much better than before. I did it not for the record. I get the record at the end, but I did the modification for me. I like the modification, I find it good, and so I did it.
Ciao, vedi?
Bueno, yo empecé con las modificaciones muy pequeña, a los 14 años. Primero empecé con el tatuaje, después me interesé por la modificación corporal y el piercing. Y bueno, pues así como me puedes ver, de ahí para acá. Tengo 46 modificaciones corporales, tengo el 99% del cuerpo tatuado y tengo aproximadamente en lo visible e invisible aproximadamente 50 piercings. Una de las modificaciones más dolorosas para mí, bueno, yo pienso que han sido los implantes de mis brazos, aunado con el tatuaje de esclera. Estos implantes de la frente que representan una corona. Bueno, yo el consejo que daría es que siempre hay que pensar las cosas muchas veces porque esto es irreversible. Yo amo mi apariencia, pero hay que entender que hay chicos hoy en día que está muy abierto el tatuaje y la perforación y todo esto se ha puesto de moda, el cual podemos llegar a un punto a lo mejor que no es lo que queríamos, no es lo que nos gusta. Entonces hay que pensarlo muy bien para amarlo y defenderlo toda la vida. Bueno, porque lo llevo a cabo porque es algo que me gusta y porque finalmente uno es su propio límite. Y si yo me siento bien y mi salud lo permite, pues seguiremos haciéndolo. Bueno, el consejo que yo daría es que si es lo que tú quieres hacer, llega hasta las últimas consecuencias y a tu meta final. Finalmente llegan cosas así como a mí me llegó Guinness y me han llegado otras oportunidades en la vida sin yo buscarla. ¿Qué quiere decir la moraleja de esto? Que busques ser tú mismo y ser feliz.
This is Rumeysa Galgi, the tallest living woman. I am here to announce that I broke 3 more world records last night. The largest hands on a female, the longest finger on a female, and the longest back on a female. And all these titles make me 5 times Guinness World Record holder at total. Words can't even describe how excited and happy I feel right now. I am Guinness World Records title holder for the tallest living woman. My height is caused by my extremely rare syndrome, which is called Weaver syndrome. Being the only woman with that kind of height makes me feel really special. Having a Guinness World Records title makes me feel proud, unique, and motivates me to reach my goals and go further in life.
My name is Oliver Richters, also known as the Dutch Giant. I'm 2'18" and I hold the Guinness World Records title of being the tallest non-competitive bodybuilder of the world. I don't have any genetic defects like Marfan syndrome or anything. The doctor said, well, you're in proportion, the length or the width is the same. So they call me a natural giant, and I'm very thankful for that because I can live a normal, healthy life, but as a giant. Okay, so to keep my physique, I need to eat 7,000 calories a day. So I split it up in 7 meals, 1,000 calories per meal, 60 grams of protein per meal. And I have to do that in an easy way, else it takes too much time. As is height versus bodybuilding, height is a terrible disadvantage. But imagine if you have a body that's this tall and you can create a bodybuilding look, how awesome that can look into movies, and that's what I'm trying to do. It took me 2 years to find an agent. In 1 month's time, 3 castings for Maleficent 2, Men in Black and The Kingsman, and they wanted me. But after that I already went to Marvel Black Widow. I did 6 movies in a row and a whole new career existed. I know the book, I think everybody knows the book. When I got the email from you guys if I want to hold the title, I screenshot it and sent it to everyone. It wasn't on my bucket list, but I would never expect it to be, and I'm very happy with it, an incredible opportunity.
Meet identical twins Sierra and Sienna. Sierra is 14 inches taller than her twin sister.
Sometimes when we go out in the public, people would think she's my mom and not my twin. When we go to bars, people think I'm 8, even though I'm 23.
First off, I didn't even realize that I was having twins until about 6 weeks before they were born. They said, well, you're having twins, but you need to quickly get over that because we need to talk about baby B. I knew that she had Dandy Walker in utero, so they could see that she was missing a portion of her brain, and then they could see that she was a lot smaller as well. Sienna stayed in the NICU for 108 days, and then she went into the hospital a lot over the next several years of her life. It was a long fight to find out what kind of dwarfism she had, or that she had dwarfism in general. She did have a hole in her heart, and they thought perhaps that was why she was so small. And then they gave her a feeding tube in her stomach because they thought maybe she wasn't eating enough. And so it wasn't until she was about 6, right? I think
6 or 7, yeah.
That we discovered that she had dwarfism.
It was more or less like a relief, because now that we know what it is, we know what we need to do in order to better her life.
Sienna is a Spitfire.
Yeah, I always say I'm like a size of a Chihuahua, but a personality like a Rottweiler.
Put 2 tablespoons of sugar in there. With Sienna being my twin and having Dandy Walker and primordial dwarfism, I've definitely been put in a more big sister role rather than a twin role. I don't think differences became as a parent until we got older and I started driving and things like that. That's when it became a bit more apparent to us.
She's a very more responsible one in the group. Like if we're just hanging out with friends, she's kind of like the mom of the group almost. And like, okay guys, like let's just have a schedule, like here where we're gonna be, let's all meet here. That's kind of how she is.
Yeah, and then just look down, look over here.
Sierra has taken on a sort of motherly role sometimes, but I think it has made Sierra grow up faster and more mature.
It was probably a lot more difficult for Sierra to have to take on that role, but I think at the same time too, if she hadn't have been there, I don't believe that Sienna would have progressed to the degree that she has, because she always wanted to be more like her sister, and she always worked harder to get to that level.
Like I think she has helped me with my emotions more, like help me control it. Like, okay, you're feeling this way, so here's what we're going to do to make it better. And so when I was younger, I would just explode in my emotions. I didn't know how to control it. That's why she said I'm a fire, you know. I just get out the reason why. But as I'm getting older, I'm learning to, okay, I gotta calm down, learn to control my anger, That way I'm not trying to fight everybody. And to look for her support, I would just be, I don't even know, to be honest. When we go to bars, people think I'm 8, even though I'm 23. And it's just really funny.
Okay, where's
It's very interesting. A lot of times I'll go out and it's, you know, it looks bad. It looks like I'm feeding drinks to an 8-year-old. It's not, it just does not look good. I'm aware that it doesn't look good, but we're gonna accept that.
You know what? It's not all as bad as being short. As I'm getting older, I'm like, good, my clothes are cheaper, my shoes are cheaper when you can find them.
Sienna would always be left out of a lot of things because she was so tiny compared to the other kindergartners, for instance. She would get picked on a bit too. People that don't know what we're dealing with, they don't know what it is. They would blame us for starving one child and not starving, you know, her twin sister.
For me, the emotional side of things was a little challenging because Sienna having an identical twin who is, you know, average height, she would see what she was missing. So she could see what her life would have been like if she weren't so small and, you know, missing parts of her brain and whatnot. That was really difficult sometimes because she would say, you know, why is Sierra getting to live the life I want to live?
It's affected our relationship in the sense that we have to be very communicative and we have to be really we can't be jealous of anything because we do have very different lives.
And we have different experiences too.
Yeah, very
so,
different experiences.
We're on the different road paths, like literally as we gotten older. Well, okay guys, this is my workplace. We do all sorts of beads here, and we do all sorts of jewelry. Sometimes we have teeth. One eye can go wrong with teeth. We're working on beads. Hey, that rhymes. I'm a dork. So, a lot of time with my primordial dwarfism, a lot of them do have some form of scoliosis. I have 2 curves, so I have an extra. With that, I have a lot of back pain every single day. But as I'm getting older, I learned to work with it. And so you learn your limits.
Identical twins don't always look identical, I mean, case in point. And so the way that it happens is it's called monozygotic rather than identical. So that means one egg, and then the egg splits, and then because Sienna's diagnoses are mutations, her genes mutated after the egg split, and that's how they're so different, even though they're quote-unquote identical twins.
You know, it's neat to, you know, from a dad's standpoint to see that they are twins and that they have such a tight relationship, and yet they are still really so different, not just because of their height.
The beard is a part of the hair, and hair is considered a sacred part, and it's almost like it's a part of the body.
ਸਿੱਖ ਪਹਿਚਾਣਨਾ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਪਹਿਚਾਣ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਹੈ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ 5 ਕਕਾਰ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਕੇਸ ਹੈ। ਜੇ ਕੇਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ 4 ਕਕਾਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਤੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ। ਸੋ ਕੇਸਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਹੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੋ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਮੋਹਰ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ, ਸਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਸਟੈਂਪ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ।
Today I'm here with Sarwan Singh to measure his beard. He is the current record holder for the longest beard on a living person male. The current record is 2.495 meters, and we're remeasuring his beard today to see if he breaks his own record. So the key guidelines for this record is that it is natural hair, that it is wet, that it is measured wet because hair curls, and that affects the length of its measurement.
He keeps special care of each and every hair. In the morning, he starts with untying his beard and then entering the tub with his beard open. So the first step is wetting the beard with some water and slowly letting it run through the beard and making sure that the entire beard is wet. Now the next step proceeds with shampooing the beard. He slowly shampoos the beard from the top down to the bottom and down to every last hair of the beard. Once the beard is shampooed, he's going to water the beard again and water thoroughly so that all the shampoo is out and he's thoroughly washed the beard. Now this step is really important because you want to make sure that any dandruff or any excessive oil is not remained in the beard, so you want to make sure that that's all shampooed out. After the shampoo, he applies the conditioner. Usually it takes about 10 minutes to dry the beard entirely from top to bottom and making sure that water doesn't remain in the beard. Once the beard is dry, he proceeds to apply some oil and some gel. When he's combing the beard, he's making sure that he's capturing both sides and going thoroughly with the comb. When he's going out and about on the daily, he's going to tie his beard and then use a cloth to make sure that the beard stays put. However, when he's going out to special occasions or functions or religious ceremonies, he does have his beard untied and presents it in a certain fashion.
हाँ, मेरे दो बच्चे ने ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਆ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੜੇ ਹੈਪੀ ਨੇ ਖੁਸ਼ ਨੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਿਆ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬੜੀ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਵਾਲੀ ਤੇ ਬੜੀ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੋਡ ਗਿਫਟਡ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਚੁਣਿਆ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੜੇ ਆਪਦੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਮਨਾਉਂਦੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ
19 months after they were born, the world's first surviving non-uplets are going home. Guinness World Records was granted access to meet the family before they left the clinic.
J'ai donné naissance à 5 filles, 4 garçons. Les garçons, il y a Mohamed, Ba, Omar, Al-Haj, et les filles, il y a Hawa, Adama, Oumou, Khadija, Fatouma.
Nous sommes partis de 7. Allah nous a offert 9. Au début, on n'avait pas cette information jusqu'au Maroc ici. Mais c'est au cours de l'intervention que nous avons su, au lieu de 7, nous avons 9 bébés.
Non-uplets are extremely rare, and until the arrival of the Cissé children, no cases had been recorded of 9 babies from a single birth surviving for more than a few hours.
Et ce qui fait, il fallait quand même qu'on prenne en charge cette bonne dame avant que ça soit trop tard, pour qu'il n'y ait pas d'hémorragie en postpartum. Il fallait à ce moment-là la prendre en charge dans une salle de cathétérisme pour emboliser l'artère utérine. Et Dieu merci, le plateau technique plus la mobilisation de tout un personnel qui est qualifié, aussi bien paramédical que médical. Il y avait 32 personnes qui étaient mobilisées spécialement pour cet événement.
Allô? Allô? Avoir un bébé, un seul bébé et l'entretenir, c'est une grande chose. À plus forte raison d'en avoir 9, mashallah. Ça demande beaucoup d'attention.
The babies were born at 30 weeks via caesarean section, and each of the 5 girls and 4 boys weighed between 1.1 and 2.2 pounds. That's between 500 grams and 1 kilogram.
C'est pas facile de les faire dormir tous ensemble. On fait des câlins pour qu'ils puissent dormir. Ils aiment beaucoup les câlins pour dormir.
Nous remercions d'abord aussi, après le Tout-Puissant, les autorités de mon pays, le Mali, qui ont tout mis en œuvre pour le suivi, les frais, tout ce qui concerne madame et les enfants pour la prise en charge. Donc je les remercie infiniment.
Nous remercions l'École médicale du Mali et le groupe Agilital de nous avoir accompagnés durant tout notre séjour ici au Maroc. Et les infirmières qui nous avaient accompagnés jour, matin, midi et soir qui sont avec nous. Nous disons merci à tout le groupe.
Et c'est un exploit et c'est une très grande fierté pour moi-même et pour mon groupe. Et j'espère être toujours à la hauteur de ce genre de challenge dans l'avenir.
C'est une fierté, d'abord. Certes, c'est quelque chose d'exceptionnel, puisque ce n'est pas seulement...
They achieved the Guinness World Records title for the most children delivered at a single birth to survive.
Dubai office of Guinness World Records. We've got our stadiometer ready to go. So this is the first of what will be 3 measurements done over a 12-hour period just to make sure the body is an average size for the day. The record today to beat is 72.1 centimetres.
Correct.
For Edward Hernandez. So how are we looking on the first measurement?
Yes, so 2 more measurements to go, one at 3 p.m. and one at the end of the day at 9 p.m.
Okay.
And then we will be able to announce the final results.
Yeah, it's looking good though, isn't it?
I'm very optimistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
How are you? Hi. Nice meeting you. Well, today I saw something I think that I will never see again. It's a little bit big, but we can fix it. I saw the smallest young man in the world, okay, and in fact I saw a suit that it needs alteration. Maybe you have to remove half of it, but we are for this challenge, we can do everything. Our young man here, he will have the best suit ever. He's going to the history. I'm going with him.
Now, the big question is this a new Guinness World Records title? The minimum number that needs to be achieved is 72.10 centimeters. Today, I can reveal that you have measured a total of 65.24 centimeters!
Since the age of 13, I was probably shaving at least 3 times a day. I feel like I'm in some sort of weird man club now because every guy that walks past me gives me like this nod. Luckily, my beard, it kind of masks me as being more of like a male. A lot of people there think that I'm just a hairy man. My name's Erin. and I hold the record title for the longest beard on a living female. When I was 13 years old, probably going into puberty, I was noticing I had to start shaving my face or waxing it or using Nair on it to kind of make it look more smooth. I went to the gynecologist to get birth control pills, and the lady did some tests on me, and she found out that I had PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. Polycystic ovarian syndrome is where you get cysts on your ovaries, and they can change your hormonal balance and cause your fallopian tubes to not produce the eggs like they should. So since the age of 13, I was probably shaving at least 3 times a day to make sure that I didn't have any stubble or I didn't have any noticing of, for anybody like to look at me and be like, oh, you have a beard. Or I got 2 legs. But that was literally, that was the last picture I took before I went to the hospital. Back in 2018, I injured my foot and I was taken to the hospital, and in the hospital I developed necrotizing fasciitis, as well as I became septic and got gangrene, all pretty much in the span of a week. What it does is it eats at the good tissue in your body, and you can get it anywhere. You can get it anywhere there's an open wound, it can develop there. So they brought in my doctor. He came in and he said, what do you want to do? And I said, just cut my leg where it's good and I'll deal with it from there and move on with my life. And that's pretty much what I've been doing for 5 years now. So from that point, my blood pressure had rose so high that it caused my eyes to have a stroke. It caused bleeds in the back of my eyes, and then those bleeds scabbed over, and so I have like scars in the backs of my eye that cause shadows. So it took away all my central vision, but I have perfect peripheral. The thing that got me through the whole losing a leg and eyes and everything, honestly, was that I had a cruise booked in August. So I was going on that cruise, and the doctor told me that if you think positively, you heal 3% faster. So I became the most positive person in the entire world. My wife Jen, she's pretty much only known me with one leg and blind and everything like that. So she's pretty much been supportive since the beginning. She knew what she was getting into with me. You like this one because it's cheesy smile?
Yeah, because you don't really smile a lot.
You told me you better not shove cake in my face. And I was like, oh, watch me.
Yeah, you did. You shoved it down my throat. Erin's personality is like super laid back. She, you know, has a relaxed energy about her, and she's just a really honest and positive person. And she treated me like a human being. I think a lot of people, when they see my size, they tend to judge me, and she just always has been super positive and loving. She's been helpful with just about everything that I need to do. If I'm struggling with something, she notices and she'll help me. But she also knows how to give me my independence and let me do things on my own as well. I told you, Jen, it's not a phase. I don't think anything about Erin is typical. We do get looks and she can't see them, so it doesn't really bother her. It does kind of bother me because it's like we deserve to be able to go out and not have anyone judge us for who we are.
The beard floof is very real today. The best thing about having a beard is probably that it hides my double chin. It gets stuck in everything, and I mean everything. So when I'm eating, I have to put my beard in my shirt usually, or I braid it so that way it kind of is out of the way some. During the lockdown, it really gave me a chance to build my confidence in growing a beard. I was telling Jen, my wife, that I was tired of shaving, and so she's like, just stop shaving then. So I was like, okay. So I stopped, and you wearing masks really helped with building my confidence and going out in public. I was curious too to see what kind of like way it would grow in, because I was like, I know I can feel it. I was like, I feel like I could probably grow a decent beard, but it was really hard to get my confidence up enough to actually go forward with it.
So here's all the girly ones.
Oh yeah, all my girly pictures.
Erin's pretty easy to be supportive of because she is a really positive person. I didn't realize how much she was having to shave as a younger person. And this is a lot that she has to go through. And it's mainly just for appearance. But I got used to it. And I can see she's very happy about it. And that's the main thing. You just want your kids to be happy, so.
To be recognized by Guinness World Records is actually really awesome to me. I never thought that I would be able to obtain or achieve a goal that would let me be in a book. And it's just kind of a nice thing to be recognized for, even though it's something that just happens naturally for me. I don't have to do anything special for it to grow.
Peralta, Argentina.
Hola, soy Víctor Hugo Peralta, uruguayo.
Estamos juntos hace 23 años.
Y felizmente casado 13. Buenas tardes, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? ¿Qué limones estaba buscando? ¿Cuánto está el kilo? 140. Dale, dame un kilo, por favor. Perdón, este es el mostrador. Mirá.
El oficial de Guinness tenemos 88 modificaciones corporales.
Pero eso no es verdad, porque hoy en día ya superamos las 98. Yo me lo voy a poner acá en el programa en Europa. Muchísimas gracias. Buen día. Si bien desde los 13 años ya tenía un amor definido por lo que es el tatuaje y el arte corporal, en el 2009 comencé con mi primera modificación corporal, que fueron las estrellas que tengo en mi frente, y después, simultáneamente, comenzó mi compañera Gaby Peralta, y hasta el día de hoy que no podemos dejar de lado lo que es el amor por el arte corporal, las modificaciones corporales, y hoy en día somos lo que ustedes saben, los querubines del infierno. Bueno, entonces, tus modificaciones corporales favoritas, ¿cuáles son?
Mis modificaciones preferidas son los implantes de las manos, la escarificación que tengo acá en el brazo, los implantes de mi frente, el ear tattoo.
Y los ear pointing, ¿no?
Los ear pointing. Esas.
Bueno, y mis favoritas son mi lengua cortada, bifurcada y tatuada. Mis ear tattoo. Mis expansiones de lóbulo. Mis cortes de cartílago en la oreja. Mis estrellas. ¿Y qué más? Todo yo.
El secreto para un matrimonio exitoso, nosotros compartimos el amor por el arte, por las modificaciones, por los tatuajes, por todo lo que tenga que ver con el arte.
Bueno, vamos a comprar una cervecita.
Puede ser que nos hayan ayudado las artes corporales en nuestra unión como matrimonio. Es algo que tenemos en común, el amor por el arte corporal, todas las que sean las modificaciones, pero también hay otras cosas que nos unen, como nuestros animalitos, nuestra casa y el amor por hacer lo que a uno le gusta.
El arte puede ser algo que te puede unir, pero nada como el amor. Si no hay amor, perdiste siempre.
Mi modificación más dolorosa fue la escarificación que tengo acá en el pecho. Esa fue la que más heavy se sintió. Eso.
Tengo varias modificaciones corporales, pero la más fue la pigmentación de mi lengua. La verdad que bastante dolorosa. Si lo tuviera que volver a hacer, tendría que tener otra lengua.
La verdad que lo que opinan los familiares de nuestras modificaciones corporales, jamás les consultamos nada, ni Respetamos su opinión, si queremos, pero la verdad que no prestamos mucha atención. Nosotros nos dirigimos nuestra vida a nosotros y nos hacemos lo que queremos en nuestro cuerpo. Somos dueños de ellos, así que la verdad que la opinión de la gente la podemos escuchar, respetar, pero a nosotros no nos modifican nada.
Rosario. ¡Epa!
Bueno.
¿Me quedó rico el asado?
Perfecto. Salute.
Salud.
Para mí las modificaciones no me modifican en nada en mi vida regular. Yo vivo acá en la quinta, cuidando a mis animales, a mis 50 animales. Estoy prácticamente las 24 horas del día con
51,
ellos.
perdón.
51. Pero a mí la verdad que no me perjudican en nada y no me incomodan para nada.
A mí tampoco. El tema de Ley Oval Tattoo, que es la pigmentación ocular, que consta de pigmentar la parte de la esclera, la parte blanca del ojo. Yo me pigmenté este lado negro y este lado verde. A vos que estás de este lado de la pantalla te veo negro y a vos te veo verde.
Acá tengo unos repollos, ahí tengo mi plantación de papa, jalapeños y ahora les muestro más especias y más frutas que tengo plantadas. Seguiré haciéndome más modificaciones a futuro, seguro. Lo que tengo decidido por el momento es hacerme una próxima, una escarificación y no sé bien el diseño, pero va a ser en la zona del cuello que ya tengo tatuado en negro.
Yo seguramente haré de todo para ser mucho más bonito. De chiquito era muy feo y hoy soy hermoso. Tengo un hijo de 29 años, uruguayo, Axel Yanis Víctor, que vive en Montevideo. Y tengo un hijo brasilero que cumplió 24 hace poco tiempo, Gabriel Santos. Y no hay nada que explicarles. Ellos me ven y tenemos la mejor onda y la pasamos súper bien. Somos padre e hijos y mejores amigos que la relación de padre e hijo.
La familia y las amistades, en realidad primero la familia nos han aceptado como somos, nunca tampoco consultamos para hacernos nada, así que nuestra vida es muy individual, muy particular y la verdad que lo que opinen los demás nunca tuvimos muchas preocupaciones.